I'm finally ready to unveil the overnight blowout. But first, let's see how I put them in. Let's see the process, the step-by-step. Let's get into it. Let's do the overnight blowout method. It's going viral everywhere because the results, they look really good. And the way it's placed on your head, it looks like it's gonna be somewhat comfortable to sleep in. So first you need some Flexi Rods. I already had some because I did a whole video on Flexi Rods. And then some socks and maybe like either a clip and then a hair bonnet for overnight. So I'm thinking, I was debating to put 4 in each sock, but I'm also debating if I should do 3 sections or 2 sections because I've seen so many people do either just 2 or 3 depending on your hair length, depending on how much hair you have. I'm kind of thinking just to do maybe 2 sections. Maybe 2. Let's go with 2. So pretty much you just section off the hair. And I've seen people also put in like hairspray, put in extra heat, especially towards the tips or the bottom of the hair to give it ready that roll to begin with. But I'm just gonna keep it heatless, just brush it through and just put it into or around the sock. I'm just brushing through to make sure it's nice and smooth, no kinks. Okay, put 4 Flexi Rods into the sock. Give it a little bend into a clean sock. Then you put it down. We're gonna roll kind of underneath, not away. I'm just like guiding the hair towards the middle, the center, just to make sure it's all gonna get in here. And then secure, like that. There we go. Okay, that looks about right. Oh, that feels actually pretty comfy also. Okay. Now, you know what? I am gonna do 2 sections in the back instead of 1 and 2. I'm gonna do 3 sections total. And I'm going to split, let's do 3 rods instead of 4 rods per side, just because I don't have as much hair like in the back. My hair is not thick whatsoever. So let's just do 2 sections with 3 Flexi Rods inside, like so. Bring it towards the top, brush through all of this. Do the same thing. I feel like this requires quite a bit of practice if you have a ton of layers like I do. See, like that, I have to redo that. Okay, this one's kind of uncomfortable. Just tying this around. And then bring it towards the middle to make sure it's secured. Okay. I think we're good. All right, and last but not least, I'm gonna put a bonnet over just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So if it does, it'll just stay inside the bonnet. I'm sure you can just put a scarf over this as well, so it doesn't go anywhere. Put a t-shirt over, and then just like tuck inside. Okay, that feels good. I'm so excited to see what this is gonna look like tomorrow morning. I'm nervous, but I think we'll definitely get something out of it. I just hope I don't have kinks towards the bottom of my hair because it's very sparse and thin, my hair towards the bottom. So I'm really hoping it's gonna be good volume first, A, good volume, and B, beautiful blowout effect, right? That's exactly what I'm trying to achieve. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So this is the next morning, and I'm really curious to see how this overnight blowout technique worked with my hair. Let me just say, I have some reservations. I haven't looked, I haven't peeked, but I am glad I followed the one girl's advice to wear a bonnet overnight because they're right here. They started up here, the ones in the back. They're down here, so I don't think they're even holding my hair anymore. So that's why I'm really, really intrigued and a little nervous to see what the hair is gonna look like. And if you're wondering or asking the question, is it comfortable to sleep in? No, not at all. I was tossing and turning the entire night. There you go, see? If I didn't have the bonnet, I would have lost it all. Oh my goodness. But there we go. There's the first reveal from the hair in the back. Lots of volume towards the bottom.
Looks like 60s and 70s right now.
60s and 70s with the hair right here. Woo, ready? I'm excited for this top part. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that's gonna, it looks like it hurts, but it doesn't hurt. Look at that volume. Let me fix this. This looks so bad. Andre goes, this right here does not look good. It looks like you have two cowlicks, which I agree. Like for my face shape, looks like I have a heart going on, but this right here looks like I have horns, which I'm not about. So I think if anything, I would just wear my hair parted to the side to get that really nice volume going on. I think that's how I would wear this hairstyle. Something like this. I mean, that's a volume for days. And the bottom actually looks pretty good, but how does the back look? That is the question.
Looks voluminous. That looks like you got a lot of hair. Just have to fix it a little.
Let me brush it through.
I mean, it looks like you have a lot of volume though. It definitely did that.
It gave me volume. I think this is definitely good for those that struggle with volume, but I'm really curious what my hair is gonna look like throughout the day, if it's going to fall down with the environment and the temperature, but this looks really cool. I will say one thing, I will never do this again overnight. If I am ever going to do this method, I will do it with a bonnet attached to my hair dryer to throw some air room temperature at it, as I would or did when I used the Flexi Rods. These are so uncomfortable overnight. I honestly don't know how people sleep with this in their heads and not get a headache. I was tossing and turning trying to get comfortable, and no, I'm never gonna sleep with this overnight. I'm just gonna do the accelerated method with the hair bonnet attached to the hair dryer. But I do like that volume, and I do think this is the most realistic blowout result. Personally, I think it's better than the hair rollers. I want to say it's as good for the waves, for the blowout waves towards the bottom of my hair. I think the Amica, the thermal brush, was better with those results. But for the volume towards the roots and the way my hair is moving, this did a really great job. Pretty incredible results, honestly, but not comfortable to sleep in. Never do it again. I'm gonna say that again. Yeah, just invest into those hair bonnets. I think they're like under $20. I'm sure you already have a hair dryer. Just attach it to the bonnet and just accelerate the process. But yeah, this is very fascinating. This is what we're looking like 5 hours later. And I switched it over to the other side. It was on my left side. I switched it over to my right to change up the parting line, and the volume still looks really good at the top, but I'm losing a lot of it towards the bottom now. Like I'm losing that wave and bend that I had, and it's not as voluminous towards the crown as it was when I first took it out. So there we go. This is what it was looking like 5 hours later. Okay, so this is the end of the night. This is what the hair looks like. There's still a tiny bit of wave happening right here and a little bit of volume, but I've been kind of going back and forth to make sure like my hair doesn't fall in one place. But I feel like most of the blowout is gone. And even my head, I kept telling Andra, like my head feels very sensitive to where my hair was rolled, especially right here towards the front. I don't know what it is, but it's feeling very sensitive to the Flexi Rods. So yeah, even though it was a good result, I think I'd rather just honestly just put hot rollers in my hair or use the brush from Amika, the thermal brush. I will not be doing that overnight method again just because it was very uncomfortable, and for the results it's not worth it, at least for my hair type. But I think if you're not as sensitive to things in your head overnight, you would enjoy it. But to me personally, it's just not worth the hassle of sleepless night and then for my hair to look like this. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna do the overnight curly rod instead to get beautiful waves the next morning. But I'm gonna leave you guys here. If you're curious, maybe give it a try. But if you are very sensitive when you have things on your head, you will not get a good night's sleep. I promise you that, because that was not comfortable to sleep with. But I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.